Welcome to another video. Please take a look where we are. Look at what I have behind me. A beautiful view here. So we're going to take some pictures here. So you can see here, it's a nice place that we found here. It's next to the river. Let me see what we found here. So this is a kind of deck here. You see, nice place next to this big mountain here. Let me see if I can find some places to take some picture here. Okay, here we are. We go to take some pictures here. As you can see, we have nice corner there in these rocks there. So what I've been doing here is try to take three photos in different range, so I can get the concept with the sky behind of this mountain. So it's try to take two photos. The second photo is more closer to this corner of the mountain. So in this way, I can get a total of 6 images. 3 images the full scope, and 3 images more centered in what I looking for. So at the end, in addition, I go to merge all the 6 images in one. So for that, I go to set my camera, lower ISO, and try to use, for this composition, the water in the bottom. You see here, it's really nice, this place here. So I go to try to focus in this section here in the top, and I go to try to get in my image this water too. So I have this tree here, maybe is cover my shot, so I try to move the camera to try to not use too much this tree, maybe something like this. So I will try, and this is the result. So we continue here, we go to a different spot. We go to still looking for something to take photos here. This is like a park. This is like a park. As you can see, there's a nice spot here next to the mountain. So I go to use, let me see, I can use this section here for to take some pictures, or maybe we can continue here and maybe we can find something. This area, you see, it's a pretty nice place, and it's not too shining day, not too much sun. It's a cloudy day, so maybe this can help to the photo. I mean, cloudy days is reflecting more white light, so you need to compensate this. You see these rocks there in the water? Interesting. Maybe I can find some place to take a good image there. Let me see. Let me continue for this path. I see. Okay, I see the rocks there. Interesting. Interesting place. You see the rock and the mountain next to. Maybe I can get an image, maybe a vertical image with the rock and the mountain. Let me see. For this view behind of me, I go to take an horizontal photo. I go to take 6 photos. 3 photos center focuses in this rock in the water. I don't know if you see. And 3 photos focus in the top of the mountain there, in this rock. What I see from here is beautiful eagles or another kind of bear in the top. Maybe with a 500 lens I can get a shot closer, but right now for this view I go to take these photos. What I'm trying to do right now is a different option. I go to use the 7300 lens, so I go to take multiple images, one shot for many places, different places around this place, around all the scope. So finally, in edition, I go to merge all the images in one. And the important here is why I using this technique. I using this technique because in this way I can get more detail in each section of the photo. You see, for example, if I focus in this tree here and I make zoom, I can get more details in this area. So I go to take some pictures in this section here, after in this section here, and after in this section here. And of course, I go to take some images from all the bottom here. The important here is use the same lens always, so you can you know when you took some pictures with different lens, you have to make lens correction in the edition. So different lens has different kind of view. These techniques not work if you use a different lens. So this is the result. Get my camera and we continue in this place. We go to looking for a next location. Maybe we can go more from here. We continue here. You see, it's really interesting. I mean, this is a camping place. The people came with his tent and spend great moments here. But oh, look at this stone there. Oh, this is my next location. Yes, yes. I go to switch the lens here. I'm going to use a landscape lens. So right now I go to switch my lens. I go to switch the 7300 lens to another. You know, I have to take special care when I switch my lens, because in the past I lose filters, I lose capes of the lens. When you switch in this environment, sometimes these small things drop to the floor and go to the water or something like that. For this shot, the same. I got to take one photo of the whole scope and another more close to the rock and the water. You know, here is a good place to use an ND filter, but I have to say, sadly, I don't bring with me this filter for today. You know, the water, using an ND filter, we can get a really smooth water effect here, but for this occasion, I don't bring with me. You know, look at my bag. I got all the lens, all the accessories, the batteries. I have a lot of things. I don't have space to get more gear, to bring with me more gear sometimes. So for this occasion, no ND filter. I go to lower ISO. I go to fix the tripod to avoid the shake. I go to focus. Oh, nice, nice. Oh no. Always has the same problem. I forgot to set the 2-second timer in this camera. And when you press the shutter with not set the 2-second timer, camera takes the first photo and wait for you select and take the second photo and wait to you take and select the last photo. So not take the 3 photos in the same time. We are ready here. You see, really nice spot here. Okay, maybe we can find something for there. Okay, we have some mud here. Oh, 1 sec, I think. No, it's okay. Look at this. Nice. Oh, you know, I think I can spend whole day here looking for nice spots. Maybe from here we can see the previous stone in the water. Oh yes, there is there. But you know, I think I really took all the pictures I can need for this shot. Maybe we can find something else here. I continue here, but you know, I think the most interesting place of this, most interesting spot in this place is the rock in the water behind of me. I'm not sure if I can find something else here. You see there is some kind of stairs to go to the water and take a bath. Some people come here and put his tents here and spend good time camping. And it's summer. If you want, you can go there and refresh yourself in the water. Let me see, I can see. Oh, look at this. This section here, this dark section is interesting. Interesting place there. Maybe. You know what I see here interesting? Let me see. From landscape photography, you see the background is really dark. So I can get good contrast with the branch in front of me, the near branches. I can get, for example, what I'm thinking here is maybe I can get good contrast, good brightness of these branches in my composition. Use this kind of branches. Maybe I can get some details in this branch and get the background dark, and I get more light in this branch. So I will try. Another interesting thing I see here is behind us these branches we have this tree. You see this tree? With these branches, maybe I can get good images from these branches. You see the color is like a green. So maybe we can use these branches to get good images here. Let me see. Nice place. You see these branches from this point, I think I can get really nice lights in these branches. You know, this is a dark place. Maybe no, there is not too much light, but it doesn't care. I go to use always for this kind of shot, lower ISO. So I go to force the Nikon camera to spend more time to get the image and get more details of the shot. You know, you can use ISO, higher ISO here for this kind of image. You know, you can use it, but I think in this way we can get really nice contrast here. You see this wood? I think we can get really good image there. Really good detail. Maybe in this camera we cannot see the details, but the Nikon camera is going to make a great shot here. The good of use a wide lens is you can get closer and get really good scope of this tree. So let me focus in this branch here and try to get good detail there. The last picture is take a long time. It's processing the last image. Nice. Okay. So the next shot I go to make is I go to take the camera with my hands. I go to play with the aperture. I'm going to try get some nice details of these branches here. I go to move the tripod. I go to switch my configuration. Higher ISO. I go to use aperture 2.8. I go to try to get blurry background. No, I had to remove the timer here, single shot. I want to get a good detail of this branch. Why I'm looking that? Because I like to take photos to the nature. This is nature. This is what we have here, and I had to use it. I had to try to find what is the best shot. In this shots, I focus in this one and get blurry all the background here. Merge together all the photos at the end. Sometimes you need to increase the aperture. 2.8 is getting too much blurry background, so the aperture not to 2.8, maybe 8 or 9 to get this kind of photo. So right now I go to set my aperture in 9. In this way I can get a whole scope of the image needed. So right now, if you see these branches there, I go to play with the branches next to me and try to not put all the background really blur. This is a 1735 lens, full frame. This allows you to play with different aspects. It's one of my preferred lens. You know, I've been using a UV filter. I go to remove because I think it's creating some kind of shine. It's not necessary here. You know, you need to really enjoy this kind of places to take photos. Maybe at the end of the day, you go to your home, turn on your computer and see this is a crappy image. Okay, you know, this can happen, but you try to make your best effort. Okay, I think for today is all. Okay, fellows, thank you for watching. You know, if you want to write something in this video, please write down in the comments. This is all for today. Keep on tracking.